I wanted to talk about ambition, and this idea that some people feel like Meghan is too ambitious and, hating her for that reason. And I have heard Meghan say from her own mouth that she is very ambitious, and I've marveled at that because it's a word that definitely I have learned to avoid even admitting to myself, and the minute I hear someone say, oh, she's too ambitious, like there was this Indian professor, ironically, who I came across in my life here in Paris, who used that terminology to describe me. Oh, you're too ambitious, And it was a diss, it was a hit. And I think it was one of the first times in my life where I really understood that, people, it's a pejorative. When someone says to you that you're too ambitious or that even you are very ambitious, it is a diss. It's a critique, especially when you are a woman, What it means is that the way they see you is very different from the way you're seeing yourself in that moment, where they are thinking, yeah, whatever it is that you're thinking about doing or what, it's too much for you. And I never appreciated that. And, in my life, I have avoided being too ambitious or even thinking of myself as ambitious. But I can tell you something. You can achieve absolutely nothing in life, absolutely nothing at all, without ambition. It took ambition to build this building. Someone had to sit down and decide, in a place like Paris, let's drop, a high-rise building towering over everything. And, let's do it. And they got a lot of critique. They got a lot of resistance. People to this day think this building is an eyesore. Some people, not everybody. And, they could have stopped. They could have said, never mind, my ambitions are too much for you guys, forget the building. But they built a building, and I think, it's one of the best views of Paris. If you're ever in Paris and you want one of the most spectacular views of the city is from the top of this building right here, the Tour Montparnasse, the Montparnasse Tower. And you have to pay a little bit. I'm not even sure how much. Maybe I should go in and ask. But the idea is that without ambition, nothing gets done in this world at all. And so there really is fundamentally nothing wrong with ambition, unless your ambition negatively impacts the lives of others in a measurable way. You know what I mean? In other words, it's okay to be ambitious, but could you ever be too ambitious? I think it depends. If you have a professor telling you that you're too ambitious just by virtue of the fact that maybe you want to go to a conference in Greece, and she's never been, so therefore you're too ambitious, or something stupid like that. That's different from, say, if you want to be president of the United States. Now, where am I heading with this? Well, I think Meghan should run for president. No, I'm only kidding. I think Meghan would rather pluck her toenails without anesthesia than do anything of this sort. But the light is red and I'm jaywalking. How very inappropriate, Marion. Look, what am I trying to say here with this thing with ambition? Meghan says she's ambitious, therefore she is. I have no problem with it, so long as her ambition is limited to the quality of life that she creates for herself. And really, that's what ambition should do, is that I think it should be a quality that we all have that enables us to pursue the very best version of ourselves and to live the very best lives we can live. And sometimes even to improve the view of others. Yes, I think so. Now, are there times when someone's ambition could get the better of them and that they could therefore lose perspective about how their ambition could have a negative impact on a lot of people? Yes, I think it's very possible, right? I think it's very possible. I think, for example, in the case of Kamala Harris, she clearly is a very ambitious woman, and that has gotten her very far in her career, which I think is great. You know, she was the attorney general in San Francisco or California, wherever, maybe the whole state. And she ran for president, right? And she became the vice president of Joe Biden, right? I think that's phenomenal. I think that's a phenomenal career track. I can only dream of something like that in my own life. I do think, though, that her accepting the nomination from President Biden to be the nominee for president is a little bit too ambitious, in the sense that she can't win. And her losing is going to have a negative impact on a lot of people, right? Why can't she win? Because of the moment that we're in. Because of the moment that we're in. Because of who she's up against. You know, she ran for president, and I don't think she won even one of those races. One state. No one was excited to have her as their president. She was given the vice presidency for political reasons at the moment in which we all were post-COVID, and it worked out, thank God, okay? Because people were that terrified of having a second Trump presidency, after COVID. We're in a completely different moment now. And it is my opinion, and I could be wrong, I hope I am wrong, that the moment has passed where anybody will tolerate President Kamala Harris over President Trump. And that includes a lot of Democrats, okay? And I think that she needs to have enough discernment, that's Vice President Harris, to understand the difference, to understand the moment we are in, simply because while she has clear ambition, including that of being the first female president of the United States, who wouldn't want to have that? Her pursuit of this prize at this time, her pursuit of that ambition at this time will have a tremendously negative impact on a lot of people, because she simply can't win. She can't win. I'm on record saying that, right? She cannot win. And if she does win, I'll be the first to breathe a sigh of relief. I don't see it. So anyway, back to Meghan.
Plonger dans l'eau.
Okay, so Paris is very much closed for the Olympics. It's amazing. You know what? Meghan's favorite, one of her favorite hotels is right here. So I was trying to get to the Louvre from Montparnasse, and Hotel de Beaux-Arts, yes. This is her favorite hotel. I'm not going to go in there today, but I went in there just a couple of months ago, and so I was trying to get to the Louvre from Montparnasse. It's apparently closed. Everyone's gone. So I'm coming down this street. I don't think I've ever walked all the way to the end of this street where the Hotel Beaux-Arts is. But, you know, maybe it's a good chance to talk about Meghan a little bit more and this idea of her ambition and or her calling herself ambitious, and me thinking that, you know, there are different types of ambition or ambitiousness, you know, and I have no issues at all with it for its own sake, you know, being ambitious, wanting the best for yourself, you know, wanting to be the best version of yourself, wanting to get as much done in this life as you can. I really believe in that, you know. I believe in a life of experiences, you know, having all kinds of experiences. And oh wow, it's really locked up. So you can't go this way at all. Can I go this way? Am I trapped? Um, I really believe in a life of experiences and a life of doing the things that you want to do and getting as much done as you possibly can. So long as I said, its greatest impact is on yourself, is on your experience, is on the way you experience life, and not other people, right? So your ambitions should never get in the way of, you want to go in this art gallery? Let's go in this art gallery. Hello. Is it okay to look? Thank you. The one thing in Paris is there's so many art galleries. You can just step right in and really experience it. Are you the artist? Oh. Are they different artists? Okay. And so, yeah, I don't think that Meghan's ambition has ever had an impact on other people's lives in that way, except insofar as, she goes to different places, countries, for example, communities, and, she tries to help. And yes, in a way, that's ambitious, right? I think it's very different if you are, trying to... I am so completely turned around. It's not even possible. It's not even possible. I have the streets of Paris to myself at a time when I thought that it would just be complete bedlam and everybody would be everywhere. They've closed Paris down. The counterintuitiveness of the French people never ceases to amaze me. It just never does. Anyway, man. I think this might be, is this Musée Delacroix? Delacroix. Should be here. Yes, it is. Okay. So I know where I am. So, okay, so I think that's the difference between Meghan and Kamala Harris. And I don't say it to be mean or to be harsh to Kamala Harris, because my hat is off to her, right? And if she pulls this off, I'll be the happiest person. It's just the risk of her not pulling this off is so great, and the consequences for so many other people other than herself is so great that I'd feel more comfortable if Meghan was running for president. I'm not even kidding. If Meghan was running for president and Harry would be the first gentleman or whatever he would be, I would feel so much more comfortable about that it's actually kind of funny. Anyway, I suspect that this video is going to be way too long, and I'm not going to have enough room to save it, because you know my videos, I don't think I can even save a 30-minute video on this thing. That's Saint-Germain-des-Prés that is chiming right now. So I'm going to have to end this here. I can't even take the bus home because it's €4, which would be about $5 to take the bus one way. And typically it's about €2, 15 cents, something like that. But they have jacked it up to €4 one way. And so it's way out of my budget. So I have to walk. So maybe it's good that I couldn't get to the Louvre because it would just be a longer walk, and I'm not really sure if the legs are up to it. So that's all for this one. We'll call this something having to do with ambition. I'm not sure yet what the title will be. But don't forget, you know, like I said, ambition can be good. If you're not ambitious, you can't build things like the Tour Montparnasse. I mean, it's not exactly the Twin Towers, I understand that, but still, I mean, in a place like Paris, to build a building that high was a huge deal, right? You've got to have ambition, right? But you have to know when to turn that thing off, I think. I'm probably not going to be able to monetize this video, but okay. Yeah. Listen, see you in the next one, you guys. Take care. Bye.